The Indonesian island of Lombok has been hit by another strong earthquake just weeks after 460 people were killed by an original quake. The 6.3 magnitude and 4-mile-deep earthquake hit the northeast of the island this morning, as survivors of the original were attempting to put their lives back together. A reporter on the island said the tremor caused landslides in hilly areas and panic in villages, but there have so far been no recorded fatalities. The National Disaster Agency said it was gathering information about Sunday's quake. The shaking toppled motorcycles and there was damage to buildings in Sembalun subdistrict, including a community hall that collapsed. National Disaster Mitigation Agency spokesman Sutopo Purwo Nugroho said homes and a mosque were also damaged. It follows a magnitude 7. Zero quake that hit Lombok, the Gili archipelago and neighbouring Bali on August 5. As well as the hundreds of victims who lost their lives, it damaged tens of thousands of homes and displaced several hundred thousand people. Damage to houses, infrastructure and other property is expected to cost millions of dollars to rebuild. Indonesia, a sprawling archipelago that straddles the Pacific Ring of Fire, is prone to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Last week, drone footage revealed the devastation left on Lombok with houses and walls reduced to rubble. There were scenes of chaos after the earthquake, as thousands of terrified people desperately tried to leave the island. The quake had triggered a tsunami warning which caused many people to frantically flee to higher ground, while others rushed to the coast in a bid to be rescued by boats and ships. Young families and couples on their honeymoon were among those caught up in the chaos. Helen Brady, 29, a writer from Manchester, said she and her boyfriend James Kelsall, 28, narrowly escaped death after the earthquake on Gili Trawangan brought buildings crashing down. She said, "All the lights went out and most buildings were demolished. If we'd have been 1 minute slower we'd have been dead, or at the very least severely injured." Mr. Kelsall, from Woodford Green in London, said, "All the locals were frantically running and screaming, putting on life jackets,